part demands, he starts on a grueling physical training program months before shooting.
You have to finally wake up one morning and say, all right, it has now begun. Everything is secondary. Your life is geared for Rocky III. There is nothing, and I mean nothing, that can stand in your way and alter that course. So you're preparing yourself mentally. Then your diet changes. And then exercising, starting at 5:30 or 6 every morning, every day, for 10 months.
This is undoubtedly the most painful sport in the world. I've done quite a few sports. This is the one because it's you against yourself. It's really a constantly trying test of the nerves. There's a point where you actually enjoy the pain. It's the sense of feeling alive, that you haven't given in, you haven't become soft, you might say, that you still have a certain part of you that is willing to challenge. And I enjoy the challenge quite a bit.
But it is not only for his role as actor that Stallone has to prepare.
This comes as I'm writing the script. The script is always in a state of transition. It is never finished. It's always being rewritten. Then the business side takes over. The meeting with all the customers and the production designers and the painters and the gaffers and the lighting men and photographers and publicity, and it just goes on and on and on and on. Then we go out and cast another fighter, which is the most important thing. I looked everywhere for a fellow who'd be a certain size and had a certain distinctive look, something that you don't see every day, so wholly unique and wholly individual.
Stallone settled on Mr. T, a tough professional show business bodyguard who had worked for Muhammad Ali. He had never acted before in his life.
It was just so rough, and I said, wow, this is what it takes to be an actor. I don't think I want to be an actor, you know, just so rough, but that's why he stuck with me and said, take your time, we're throwing a lot of stuff at you at one time. You will learn in 2 months what I learned in 2 years.
He too had to learn how to fight through meticulously prepared fight scenes, time after time.
It's a dance routine, almost like sort of with like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, you know. The only thing we throw on punches.
We devised a certain way to break the round up into 4 sections so we can forget the fatigue factor and work in specific increments. By that, we won't burn ourselves out. Say goodnight, Gracie. Good night.
It took months of getting him into shape, getting his mind to where he totally believed in the character, and the boxing to where he could actually box several rounds. So when he walked in that ring, everybody in the audience would be afraid, because they believed he was invincible. And I think that he makes an incredibly auspicious debut.
As director, Stallone not only had to teach Mr. T to act the fight scenes, but to create a believable character behind the fighters.
Hey, Marcus, I told you I wasn't going away. You got your shot. Now give me mine. Why don't you get the hell out of there? Shut up, old man. I ain't going nowhere. And why don't you tell all these nice folks why you've been ducking me? Politics, man. This country wants to keep me down. Keep everybody weak. They don't want a man like me to have the title because I'm not a puppet like that fool up there.
You know, you've got a big mouth, you know?
I am ranked number 1. 1! That means I'm the best. But this bomb is taking the easy method. Fight another bomb. I'm telling you and everybody here, I'll fight him anywhere, anytime, for nothing. You want, you get out! Okay.
Rocky has held the title for 3 years, and he throws it all away. Because to get back that hunger, and as he says, the eye of the tiger, you have to go back into the jungle. And to go back in the jungle, you can't be wearing Gucci shoes and suede. You have to go back naked. And that's how you survive.
Carl Weathers plays Apollo Creed, opponent to Rocky in the earlier films, and now the mentor who teaches him to fight again.
Apollo Creed received the champion's due. He went down like a champion in Rocky II. And we think he doesn't have any regrets, and he's gone on to another life.
Get out my face. Don't need nothing you got no more. Don't need no hair. Been messing up my collar. And you better get that bad look off your face before I knock it off. Come on. On the jump. Creed. Come on.
But he still coveted the title in such a way that it meant a lot to him. And when he re-enters the film, he serves as the initiator for Rocky, you might say, comeback, his return to dignity, because he knew Rocky when Rocky was nothing. He's one of the few people that really knew the man. He fought the man. He understood the man, and most of all, he respected the man.
You lost that fight, Rock, for all the wrong reasons. You lost your edge. Now, when we fought, you had that eye of the tiger, man, the edge. And now you got to get it back. And the way to get it back is to go back to the beginning. You know what I mean? Maybe we could win it back together.
He's bringing Rocky closer to himself because he's been there. How often do you talk to someone who can give you advice who's actually been there, your exact footsteps? And that's the only reason turns Rocky in that direction. I mean, they fought, they bled together, and now they win together.
You on.
Go for it.
Well, here we go. The war is on. We're just waiting for the bell. And here we go.
Really like the character. Everything I have is because of him. And I felt very sad, and really sad, even though I missed him when he finished Rocky III. I sure don't want to let go of him, but I guess he's grown up and has to go his own way. I owe everything in the world to him, and I don't know if I'm ever going to find a kind of like an imaginary friend or my alter ego, so I can write so easily about. He kind of like was my therapist, my best friend, my idol, someone to live up to, because I wish I was as ethical as him. And he'll be missed. He really will be missed. So I don't know what's going to replace him. Maybe Son of Rocky.